Hello, 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 friends. It is our monthly live painting. Let me make sure my volume's up because the machines are going. There we go. It says view and pin. Okay. Let me make sure I'm live in the right spot. And then we'll get going. Yes. Okay. Couple things. How fitting is the polar bears? We got a ton of snow, so very fitting. Let me pull this up on my phone, turn the volume so I can see. Alright, if you're hopping on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, say hi. If you're watching the replay, put replay in the comments. It just helps keep it at the top for those who have not seen it yet. Okay, first things first, we're going to get started with the stain so it can have a little time to dry. So for our stain, it's going to be the base of the Winter Wishes word. It's going to be this piece and all the pieces that come with it, and then the little version of it, and of course the snowman's little arms. So we're going to start with that first. Let me tip you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Might chop off my head a little bit, but y'all don't need to see me. You just need to see what I'm doing. Okay. If for glazing, I dip mine in the sponge and just glide it right across there. It's pretty quick and it dries quick. Okay, so this one has a couple little quirky, need to know details. Amanda, that is in this group, Amanda Colkit, she actually inspired me for my colors because she already did hers and sent it to me, and her colors were super cute. So I had time to stop at Walmart and get the paints, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm using metallics for the first time, so, well, I've used this one before, but not this one. So this is Folk Art Metallic Midnight Blue, and then Folk Art Metallic Ice Blue, and we're going to see how it goes. And then obviously this is the stain that came in your box. But if I remember correctly, the metallics are very transparent, so I'm not sure how she got the colors to be so bold. So I might have to play around a little bit. Okay, even on pieces like this, if you don't want to take the time to sponge it, you can always take a paper towel. I'm just used to doing this all the time, so it doesn't bother me, but if you don't want to do it to the big areas, just get a paper towel. Sometimes it'll get crumbly on the ends, just cut the end off. Okay. Now on the bottom of this, there's these little pieces that come with it. They are numbered. Hold on, let me get a paper towel. Okay. Okay, so there are 3 of these little pieces that come with it. You only need to stain the one without a number. The one that says 2 and 3, they get stacked, so you don't see those. So just the one without the number. These 2 can stay raw wood. Same thing with the little ones. The one without a number. There's the little, they make a little ledge for the bear pieces to sit on. Okay. Alright, all the stain is done. You can stain these if you want. I don't think I'm going to. Just because you don't really see them. Okay. Here we go on this. I don't know how this is going to go. Amanda, I'm so happy you're on here. I wanted to ask you. So I got the colors that you suggested. Are they so transparent? The colors in your picture, is it just these, or did you put a coat of something underneath it? Because I've used this ice blue before and it's super translucent. So I'm just wondering, yeah, like see how, what'd you put underneath of it, Amanda? I did put a coat before. So a coat of this, like you just did 2 coats of this, or you did like a light blue underneath? Hold on, let me see. I put a light blue and a darker blue. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because I was like, man, I've used that ice blue before, and I just don't think it's gonna work like that. But I did get the midnight blue too that you were talking about, so I'm pretty excited. Okay, I'm gonna go with the lighter blue first and get a coat underneath it, and then take the metallic and go over it. See how that. Amanda even went as far as putting. What did you put on your white, Amanda? That made it. So was it puffy and glittery, or just puffy? Okay, here's my first coat of this. Elmer's glue after painting white, and then crystal diamond glitter. Okay? I don't think I've ever done it that way. Usually when we do glitter, we just do glitter in a spray paint over the white, but the glitter I have is like silver flakes, so it's not as like, yours was like more of a white glittery. Okay, I gotta pull up the picture because I want to see what you did. Hers, she's gonna have to share hers in the group. She really outdid herself on this one. Okay, so the hat is light blue. So the hat's all in different pieces, which makes it nicer to paint, because you can just, you know, take a piece at a time instead of trying to detail it. So we're doing the center of the hat, and I'm going to go ahead and do the, and this is all for the little one. And then the scarf, which it has lines on it that we're going to do in the darker blue. And then, oh no, I forgot to spray my words white for the berry cozy part. Okay, I might have my husband do it real quick while I'm on here. Okay, so for the, I wonder, I hope my navy's not too dark for the metallic. Did you use navy to go underneath your midnight blue, or was it lighter than navy? Let me see what this looks like. This is so pretty. I'm just worried that my navy will be too dark. I'll pull up my comments. I don't think I have a blue that, I don't know, I'm gonna wait to see what was your darker blue color, Amanda, that you put underneath? My light blue is a little uneven. Alright. I might have to just go with it. Guess that I'll just try it on a little piece and see if it's too dark. Maybe. Is there any way you can spray this white for me? I forgot to spray it. Thank you. I'm hoping it'll just be dry enough by the end of this, or I might just have to share a picture tomorrow with it finished. Okay. Let's see if my navy's too dark. I'm gonna try to go like light. I really do think the metallic adds, it really adds a whole cute element to it. Okay, on the bigger one, we're gonna do the opposite. It's gonna be a darker background. I hope I'm not ruining this. A winter sparkle. That was the color? The darker color? I've never even heard of that color. Jeez. You're getting too crafty for me, Amanda. Or apparently I need to get out more. Alright. Might get out my... Oh yes, it does. So what did you use underneath, Amanda, for your darker color? So I'm worried about my navy being too dark, but oh well, we'll see. Tired of playing games. I'm gonna get my roller. Just worried about my navy being too dark, but it's a little late for that now. We're going with it. These little rollers come from Home Depot, and they are just awesome for bigger pieces. And I reuse them. They'll stay pretty, they'll last a decent while. I roll them up, try to get all the air out of the bag. Okay. Get that out of the way. Get this out of the way. And I'm going to pull up the picture and see what we're going with. Okay, so for the bigger piece, on the hat, the center is the navy. And then the top and bottom is the lighter blue. The little piece on the end and the brim. These little polar bears are so stinking cute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. What am I doing? Okay. It's very rare that I get to be inspired by someone else. It's usually me doing the inspiring. So it was really nice when she sent her picture. I was like, how stinking cute is that? Okay. And really, this one seems like it has a lot of pieces, but it's really not that many pieces. I wish I could, like, talk to you guys and you could see what I was doing. I'm trying to, I know my head gets cut off. Alright, so the middle of the hat and then is navy, and then the top and bottom is the light blue. And this is on the bigger arch. The bigger arch with the polar bear and the snowman. Okay, on the scarf, we're doing light blue. Oh, wrong sponge. Nope. And then the little top hat, he actually holds that in his hand. And that is going to be navy in the middle, the light blue on the top and bottom. I'm half tempted at the end to spritz it with glitter, but I have to see how it turns out first. So I'm going to take the little top hat is not separate, so you might have to bust out the brushes for the center part. I'm going to use my sponge to do the top and bottom, but I know some of y'all, like Brienne, likes the brushes. I'm just so used to using these sponges. Alright, I'm going to bust out a brush for the center. Let's see. Let me pull up keep having to go back and forth between the, it was real navy? Okay, good. That makes me feel better. Because that metallic is such a pretty blue that I want it to be able to be seen. Because I love it. I went to Hobby Lobby first, which I had to get some other stuff there, but they didn't have the darker metallic color, the midnight blue. But today I had to go to Walmart for some paint, and they had it there, so I was like, yes. That was the last bottle, too. Okay, and then a little carrot. On my carrot, I'm going to use peaches and cream, but you can definitely do like a more traditional orange. I just like this orange. It's more like peachy, but I don't know if you can see it. Whoa. It's not very good lighting on here. But there's the nose, and I think I'm going to let all the pieces dry before I put this metallic on there because I don't want to mix it. Okay, all the pieces that are white, of course I went ahead and spray painted them because you know I love my white spray paint. So we're going to do like the little details on here, like the snowman's buttons, his eyes, his mouth. The little polar bear has these little, so we're going to go ahead and do those. And then the polar bear's little snoot, we're going to do that. We're going to do these little details while everything's drying. I feel like I have hair hanging on me. I don't know why I keep feeling like that. Alright. For let me pull up the picture. Okay, I am going to do all these details in black. And I'm going to use the back of my paintbrush because I think it just does a more precise job. But if you want to use the front of the brush, you do you. Okay, so I'm going to do the snowman's eyeballs. I just like using the back because it makes like a perfect circle. Okay, and then we're going to do the polar. Now be careful when you're doing this so you don't drag your hand through this part. We're going to do the same thing on the polar bear's eyes. So all those parts should be black. I'm also going to do the inside of the bear's ears pink. I'm going to set this aside for a minute while we do the other black parts. Now for the nose, I'm still doing the same thing. Using the back of the brush just to fill his little nose part in. Anybody else get snow that does not live here? Amanda, did you get snow? I know you're not that far from here, but... Alright, so on these polar bear feet, the top pieces are actually, they might be too small for the end of the brush, so I might have to actually use the brush, but the bottom part of the foot I am going to use the back. Okay, I have this like super duper thin pointed brush. See how it's like, and that's what I'm going to use on the top part of his, actually, and sometimes if you take a wet wipe or you get it wet, you can make it so much more precise. It's just like they're more ovally and they're small, so I just don't want to mess them up because the end of my paintbrush is kind of bigger. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. They're tiny. They are teensy tiny. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Second paw done. Alright, now we're going to do both of the bear's ears pink on the inside. I'm probably going to use the back of the brush for this too. Let me clean it off and make sure there is no black on it. I'm going to use cotton candy. And the other one for the snowman nose was peaches and cream. Oh, I forgot the eyes on the little one too. Let me do that real quick. Can you guys believe Christmas is so close? Like a week and a half, basically. It blows my mind. I cannot believe that we're this close already. Okay, here we go on the center of his ears. I got a little spot in the line, so I'm going to take this little pokey tool. Okay. There's the little guy. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Okay. There's that one. Cute. Okay, now we're going to go back with this metallic. See what we're working with. And get me some new sponges. I think it's going to be difficult on the bigger board to... Actually, I can use this one. Make it even, I feel like. But I guess we're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. Okay. I'm going to do the light blue first, which is ice blue. Okay, this is cute. Gives it a little shimmer. Highly recommend. Can all thank Amanda for this idea. Cute. Makes it so much better. Okay, you might have to make a few coats because it may dry. I know you guys can't hardly see it. See the little shimmer in that? I know it's really hard on camera, but it is so cute. Okay, now we're gonna go over the scarf. A little shimmer and the top of the little guy's hat. Yeah, I think I'm going to too, Amanda. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. And the thing about it is the pictures don't even really do it justice. You have to see for yourself. It's worth going and getting the paint, I promise. Get the top. Okay, I think that's it for the light blue. Now my favorite. I'm so excited for the darker blue. I bet, April, you're lucky. Oh my gosh, you guys. I forgot to paint the winter pieces. I forgot all about this piece. Okay, hold on. Before I start the metallic in the dark, I gotta catch up with what's happening here. Okay, I'm going back to the picture. Okay, this is going to be interesting. You did a lot of blending on this, Amanda. Okay. So, Amanda, did you blend with the paint and blend with the metallic? Did you have to blend both on the winter words? Save me some trouble, please. Okay, this is just the regular paint first. This is just the lighter blue paint, not metallic. Pull back up my comments, see what she says. Hopefully she answered me. I know your guys' is a little delayed to real time. Okay. So the whole back to this Winter Wishes piece, I sprayed it white, and all of the snowflakes are sprayed white, and then the Wishes word is white. Let me see. Okay. You're gonna challenge me, aren't you, Amanda? Okay, light blue first. We're going to do some blending. Going from light to dark. It's kind of hard too because this wood is like really grainy. This batch of wood is. So we're all going to be challenged. I think I'm going to paint the whole thing light blue and then blend over it with the navy in just a minute. just to give it a good base coat. Okay, we're going back with navy now. I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way up. See how this goes. This is actually hard on these letters. So much different directions. Okay, I'm going to go back. I have a feeling when we put the metallics on top of this, it's going to be a lot easier to blend. Okay, we're not going to judge a book by its cover yet, because this is looking a little not good. But trust the process. Trusting the process. And I'm trying to do a little something different. I don't know what I'm actually doing, but we're gonna see. I don't know. We may be living and learning on this one. And I want to do it on this too. So let me get back. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to blend with the sponge because you don't want it to be like a straight line. You want it to like look like it's meant to be there, like more natural. But sometimes that's hard. A lot of times I find myself just going back and forth with the colors just until like it looks how I want it to look. My kids at school they already don't have school tomorrow because of the temperatures. Surprised they aren't out here. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what I have going on. So, I may just have to see how it turns out. No matter what, it's just paint. You can always go over it with more paint. It's not the end of the world. I really do think the metallics are going to help. My colors aren't blending good. I don't know why. I'm unimpressed with myself. Okay. Let me pull this up. Back with the navy. It does help blending if both paints are wet, but Just not having very good luck. I think it's because these pieces are so, like, so many turns and edges and, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay. This one might be a labor of love. Last letter. And then we're going back to the metallics. You ain't lying. She does. I mean, it's one thing to paint this stuff for yourself, but to paint it for someone else too, man, she really does love you. Or she really enjoys painting, or both. Okay. Oh, mine's looking like a hot mess. I'm truly counting on those metallic colors to come save me. I think I might try a wet wipe. There we go. The wet wipe is working better. Find my brushes, or my sponges are everywhere. Okay, we're gonna let that sit. I just want to do this part. This is what I've been waiting for. Okay, new sponge right here. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, let me go back to this. I'm going to show you guys on the big piece what the shimmer looks like on this color. Let me go through with my brush on this one. Okay. Oh, it's so good. It's way better than, I might even leave the little streakies in it because it kind of makes it look like, kind of like the Northern Lights, kind of. I really really, really like this color. Okay, I'm going to show you, hopefully, it's a little wet, so see how there's darker spots and others drying, but see the shimmer on it? I know it's kind of half wet, half dry, but it's really pretty. It doesn't do justice on the video. It is really stinking pretty. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go back to this nonsense and see if I can't fix it. Okay. I think I'm going to just go over the whole thing with the light blue and just go back with the dark blue. Okay, this dark blue. Okay, back with the light blue. Much better than it was. Okay, give me just a minute. I'm going to show you all. And the other thing you got to think about is it's going to get words on top of this, so any of the little imperfections, they're going to get hidden by words. So don't stress yourself. Okay, see that, like, I know it's hard to see, but my hands are a mess. Shimmery. I've got to fix these words. Okay, see how it goes. I do the light blue over the whole thing, the light blue shimmer, and then I just go back with the dark blue shimmer. And the thing I'm having the most trouble with is just getting it to look blended. So if you're having that trouble, just take a wet wipe to it because it is working. It truly is like layer after layer, and you're just gonna have to keep putting layers until you get it how you want it. Because there is no wrong or right, it's just more about what you like. Okay. And I feel like I started at just doing the bottom, but now I feel like I want a little bit of dark blue on the top. Okay. It does look better than just the paint. Okay. So many sponges, I'm getting lost. And I do find that the less is more, so definitely dab off if you want to blend. Guys, I hope this looks better all put together, because this is not my best work. See that shimmer? It's the real deal. You could sit here and go on and on forever trying to get it just right, but you can't really be too nitpicky. I say that as I'm trying to be nitpicky. Okay. This is definitely the longest part. I think once we get past this, it's going to be easy breezy. Okay. We're almost there. Amanda, this is like the biggest challenge I've had in quite some time. You challenged me good. Holy smokes. Last letter. How long did this take you, Amanda? You had to have spent a couple hours on it. You're struggling them all. Guess that's the only way we're gonna get better, huh? I can tell you've gotten better. $3 days. Well, at least it ain't gonna take me 3 days. At least I got that going for me. So much challenging. I just don't think it'd be as cute though if you didn't do this. Sometimes it's all in the details. going back now, putting one more coat on this little piece. And then I think we're ready to start putting it together. Actually, I gotta paint the lines on the scarf. Make sure everything looks good. Yeah. Okay, I gotta put some lines on the scarf, and then we're going for it. Right here. There's already lines on here, so you don't have to try and do these. And I think I gotta do the opposite color on these arches. Hold on, I'm pretty sure. Let me do a little zoom in. Oh yeah, more blending. If I don't mess it up. There we go. Just doing a little bit on the top. I think it does help if you pull up. I don't know if I like this or not. I think that's too much. Let me find my metallic. And it kind of looks a little snow, like icicle type deal, but just don't know. I think it's too harsh. I'm gonna try a wet wipe. Take some of the harshness off. Okay. I think it looks okay. Now I'm going to try to do the same opposite on this one, but I don't even know if this is going to show up. Oh, it does show up. I'm just going to try to be a little lighter. I think it does give it a little icicle effect. And again on this, there's going to be words over it, so it's going to take some of the, it's just around the edge. I know it's kind of hard to see on here, but it also looks like it needs some dark metallic in spots. There we go. Very winter blizzardy. Is this the metallic? No, this is. No, I did it again. Keep putting my sponge in navy instead of the metallic blue. me see if there's anything else we need to do before we start assembling. I think that's it. Let me clean up a little bit so I got some room. Okay, we're going to push this all up. Okay, we're going to do the first one first. Or this little one first. So you're going to count up. So on the back of this it says 1. Then you have a 2. So you're going to stack up in order. 2. We're going to give it a minute to adhere. And then 3. I'm just stuck to my finger. Let me see. I'm trying to miss any pieces. I think that's good. Okay, then number 3, which is the one that has the little notch out of it. I think you can see this. Yeah. I'll take a drink of water. Okay, and then the one we stained, which has no number, goes on top. And you want to make sure they're all even on the edges. It's kind of hard to make sure it's all good on all the sides. I have paint on the end of my fingers, so of course I got paint on here. Okay, good to go on that. We'll do the pieces for the back last. I'm trying to get that paint off that I just got on there. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to do the same thing on the big one. So, 2. Which mine is a little bowed, so I might have to clamp it. The wood does not like the cold. So there's some pieces I gotta do a little surgery on. There we go. Until the glue sets up. I'm gonna put my little bear together while that dries. Okay. So we're gonna start with his little nose. Put it on. He starts to really come to life when you put him together like this. This little scarf. Just a minute while glue sets up. I think I might put a little teensy white dot in the middle of his eye. Oh no, I'll have to see. Then the brim of his hat. In the middle of his hat. And then the little ball on the end. You have to keep turning it until it fits just right. Then we're going to glue his little feet on. little paws. I don't think it matters which paw goes where, or at least I haven't been able to tell yet, but let's see. I don't think it matters. Look at this little guy. How cute is he? Cute. Okay, I'm gonna set him aside. And then I'm gonna go back to this. Okay, now we got 3. Which I think is gonna need clamps too. I'm pretty sure these little clamps came from the Dollar Tree or Harbor Freight, one of the two. But I use them all the time, they come in handy. And then the one with no number goes on top. I'm gonna put this little guy together for a minute. Okay, his nose. This little hat. Little, oh, I gotta pull this down. My hands got so much stuff on them from all that trying to blend that winter word. Everything's sticking to my hands. Okay. Just trying to line everything up right. We'll put the snowman scarf. The snowman scarf needs a little detail. So the whole backing of it is the light blue, but I'm going to put some of the dark blue the metallic dark blue on the stripe part. And I think I'm going to do it on the little strings at the bottom. I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, like that. Okay, that goes on the snowman. And his nose. Sometimes, bless you. Sometimes these little parts are hard to get lined up. Okay, so these little pieces are the bear's arms. So we have to get that lined up and the top hat looking piece because it goes in his hand. So I think I'm going to do the top hat first and then do his arms. That way we know we can fit that in there just right. Just gonna have to try to get his arm in there without getting glue on his hat. Cute. Okay, he's coming together. I gotta put one arm on. So one arm goes on the snowman. And one arm goes on the ground. I'll show you. Just a minute. Before you do the arm, you gotta put the little snow piece on the bottom here. Because it has a little outline for his other arm. And make sure your pieces are lined up flush. That way they sit on this little backing thing flat. Yes, they come in so handy. Because there are some stubborn pieces, especially this time of year. The wood, the cold and the wood do not mix. And the other thing is that this glue doesn't like the cold. So sometimes I'll have to clamp down pieces that are stubborn and don't want to glue down. Okay, let's set this aside while we go back to this. We got one more piece to go on the top. Might have to pull out the big boy for this. And then I got another even bigger one for the real stubborn ones. These two mean business. Okay. I think these came from Harbor Freight. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay, there's that. Let me show you guys this piece. Look how cute. I'm going to add some details to it, but just wanted to show you the gist. Okay, on this one, when you glue this piece to this, you have to make sure that the tab goes past the edge so that it sits down in the arch. I guess that's what we're going to call it, the arch. So you're going to put that on there and leave the tab hang out. I'm going to need my clamp for this too. Might have to give this one a minute. I'm going to have to use the clamp on this one. Switching. There we go. Okay, we're going back to this one. So now, you see how there's that little slot in there? That's what the tab's going to sit in. Okay, while that's over there is drying, I'm going to show you the backings to this. Okay, so when you put these on, this is the point of it to sit like that. So you're going to need one of these pieces and the two circles. But what's important is that you do this so that you can see how far down this piece needs to go. So I'm going to put it right about there. Probably would have been easier to do before we put the little front pieces on, but just try to eyeball it because you want to try to be as center as you can, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You want to make sure that this notch is up because that's what's going to allow this piece to go in there once it's out. Then once this piece is glued down, we're going to take one of the loops, glue it down, and I would wait until one of them is completely hardened. You want to try to do one at a time because you want to slide this part in and then put this ring once that part's already on. So like this, make sure you guys can see this. And then we'll put this side on. And we're going to let that harden before we even move it. The left one. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the little one. This little part where I got paint on it is bothering me. I'm going to fix it with paint marker. There we go. Okay, so same process on this one. You want this to be at the bottom like that. Then you're going to take your piece and put it right about, you got a little time to move it, so just try to line it up like that. And then get about center. And again, the notch needs to go up. Then you're going to take your loop, put one of them on first and let it have a minute to adhere. Some of this out of my way. Can you see if that backing of this is dry? I forgot to spray it and sprayed it last minute, so I don't know if it's actually dry or not. Yay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you. It's good enough. Okay, now we're going to put one side in and do the other loop. And then we're going to let this do its thing so we don't mess it up before the glue can harden. Okay, I'm going to put the little snowman, the polar bear on the little piece. Again, your tab needs to be below the arch. Cutie. Okay, I'm going to go back to this now and put my words on. No place like home. And then we're going to have to add some snowballs on this with the back of our paintbrush. Ooh. It's hard to keep everything without it moving. You don't want that glue. Sometimes I'll just drop it right above. It's nice that the ones that are all in one line. Okay. And we got some snowflakes to put on. Now there's big, medium, and small, so just make sure you're putting the right ones in the right spot. Actually, I think this might be just something else. Let me pull up the picture that Amanda sent me. Is there one on this bigger one? I think there's only two. I don't know what this is to. Because there's two on here. Maybe this goes on the word. It does. This goes on the winter bird. Okay. Now we're going to take some white. And we're going to use the back of our paintbrush to make some snow dots. And the little, it's got little outlines for you. Cute. Okay, I think that's all of them. Look how cute that is. Let me show it to you on my arch now that it's... Okay. Try not to touch my little dots. I gotta get it down in that little... I gotta find my little slot. I'm too far to the little side. I'm gonna end up messing up my dots if I don't pay attention. There we go. Cute. Okay, and I messed up my thing on the back because I was impatient. This is why I told you guys to wait. Don't do what I do. This has really got to harden before you mess with it. Okay. We're going back to this little one. It has snowflakes. I might have to come back on the words and just show you in the pictures tomorrow because I think mine might still be wet because I forgot to spray them. But they're white. Okay. Get my little pokey tool. There's one little spot I don't like. There we go. Okay, and it says very cozy normally. But he's a cutie and he goes on the little arch. I'm not going to touch it. I still am not thrilled with my words. But we're going to just go with it. I'm hoping by the time we glue on the snowflakes and all the things that it's going to be fine. My backing is white. And it also has a tab on the bottom that goes in this. The school calling to say that they don't have school tomorrow. Okay. Now since I did my snowflakes blue and one of these goes on the back, I think it's this one. I'm gonna take the sponge and put a little blue around the perimeter just to make the white not blend in on white because it's white on white. Honestly, if I was to do it again, I probably would have just made these blue. Maybe I'll try to find my... Actually, went over the white. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute and then go back. Enter. Medical tape is calling again. Okay. I'm gonna do wishes first. This one took me a long time. Thanks for hanging with me. I got caught up on that shading part on these words. Make sure you put your end down before you put the wishes on. because it goes underneath. Okay, I gotta pull up the picture. I think one goes here. Is that the bigger one? Bigger one goes over here. I think by the time you put the snowflakes on and stuff on, I think it's fine. I think I'm more worried about it than anything. I got another stubborn piece. I'll put this on here while I finish that snowflake. Okay, I gotta put my metallic on it. And then I'm gonna go around the perimeter with the darker metallic color, just to make it look the same as the words. Okay. Okay guys, besides my very cozy word that's still drying, I want to show it to you, put together. Is those words still wet? Get this out of the way so I can show you. Okay. I know it's kind of hard to see on this part, but let me show you a close up. I'll show you pictures tomorrow with way better lighting, but I just want you to get the gist of all of it together. That's Bethel tape. Thank you. It's per kid, I think. Why are they? This is my third one, so you might want to answer just to make sure. All right. I'm gonna put on my very cozy words real quick, so you guys can get the full effect. Side for a minute. And when you really do need to let your backs of your arches, the little stands, really harden before you try to mess with them. Okay. Very cozy. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, I think this one's good. Don't mess up the words that I just glued down. It's hard to do this stuff backwards. Okay, here's one. I gotta put it in the center. Cutie. And I am gonna make other ones of these for the interchangeable arches, so that in case you want to use your arches for another time of year, you can. I messed it up again. I'm telling you guys, don't be me. You're gonna have to really let them harden. Okay, letting that sit. Make sure this one is. Okay, I want to show you guys this one. My glue bottle. Cute. So this one, and then this one. I'm gonna have to hold this one because I don't want to mess with my arch. But how cute is that? So, tomorrow, let me push this up so I can talk to you. Okay, so tomorrow I will post pictures with way better lighting. so you can see all the colors, all the details, and hopefully in the picture I can show you how pretty the metallic is. We'll see. As always, this video will be posted on YouTube because after 30 days they delete the Facebook video. So if you go back, because you haven't done your box yet, and it's a month from now, they are on YouTube because they don't keep them after 30 days. And there's a link pinned in the features part of this group. And third off, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy time with your family. Have a Happy New Year, and I will see you all next month. Have a good night.